This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diving. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, July 17th, 2005, Tiger Woods would win the 2005 British Open. It was a huge one. He crushed the competition, his 10th major title, beating Colin Montgomerie by 5 strokes. This was an amazing time for Tiger. And it looked good. He got his second career Grand Slam, which meant that he won all the 4 major titles: the US Open, the PGA, the Masters, and the British Open, or the Open as people call it, at least twice. Which was amazing and all that. But let's not forget the main reason for this. Tiger Woods wasn't the only major guy at the old course at St. Andrews. It's a giant tradition. Tiger won the last British Open at the famed course in 2000 with 19 under par. St. Andrews is considered one of the best courses around, especially the road and the Tom Morris holes, 17 and 18. So there were a lot of ways you could get in. The first 10 and ties in the 2004 British Open. So that had Ernie Els, Retief Goosen, Todd Hamilton, Thomas LeFevre, Davis Love III, Phil Mickelson, Scott Blank, Mike Weir, and Tiger Westwood. So Mike Weir got top 10. Nice. So Weir would get in. So anyway, past British Open champions 65 or under. So you had many guys like Mark Kakoufecchia, Ben Curtis, John Daly, David Duval, Nick Faldo, Tony Jacklin, Paul Lawrie, Tom Lehman, Justin Leonard, Sandy Lyle, Jack Nicklaus, Greg Norman, Marco Miro, Nick Price, and Tom Watson. Although Ian Baker Finch, Seve Ballesteros, Johnny Miller, Bill Rogers, and Tom Weiskopf were eligible, they didn't compete. If you didn't do that, then you could get in as the top 50 members of the World Golf Rankings in the middle of 2005, which Stephen Ames did. Top 20 in the European Tour Order of Merit for 2004. People like Paul Casey, Stephen Gallagher, and Trevor Immelman got in on that one. Winners of the BMW PGA Championship, like British Open. So Scott Drummond and Ignacio Garrado got in. The top 3 and anyone tying for 3rd place in the top 20 Order of Merit after the PGA Championship. Which 3 golfers did? John Van den Velde actually got in on a technicality. If you didn't get in on the first 8 things, then if you won the US Open from 01 to 05 and you missed out, well, Michael Campbell did. So Michael Campbell got in. Rich Beam, Sean Michel got in on a few other things. So, yeah, you had a lot of qualifying and all that. So, yeah, international final qualifying and all that. So, there were there. So, Jose Maria Olazabal took Seve Ballesteros' spot. Bob Tway took Billy Mayfair's spot. Mayfair, you got what I need. Bernard Longer took care of replaced Shingo Katayama. Freddie Jacobson replaced Jay Haas. Brian Davis replaced David Howell. And Hendrik Stenson replaced Patrick Harrington. So Tiger on day 1 had a 6 under 66 to take the lead over the Aussie Mark Hensby. While many golfers were at 4 under par. Fred Couples, Luke Donald, Retief Goosen, Trevor Immelman, Peter Lonard, Jose Maria Olazabal, Eric Ramsey, the amateur from Scotland, Chris Riley, Tino Schuster from Germany, and Scott Plank. So it was huge and all that. Jack Nicklaus in what would be his final Open Championship carded of 3 over par. Todd Hamilton, who somehow won the 2004 British Open, kind of like what Ben Curtis did in 2003, wasn't doing so well. Tiger would put up a 67 and take a 4-stroke lead over Colin Montgomerie, headed to the weekend. Robert Allenby, Brad Faxon, Trevor Immelman, Peter Lonard, Jose Maria Olazabal, Vijay Singh, and Scott Plank were all tied for 3rd place, with Sergio Garcia and Fred Couples in a tie for 10th. Now, Nicklaus actually missed the cut by 2 strokes, but he made a 15-foot birdie putt on the final hole after he paused for photographs on the iconic Swilcan Bridge on the 18th hole. Nicklaus shot even par, which was okay. So anyway, 4 amateurs qualified. Molinari, Ramsey, Richardson, and Saltman qualified for the final weekend. In the third round, Tiger put up a 71. Not his best round, but he's still ahead by 2 strokes over Jose Maria Olazabal, with Montgomery falling to a tie with Goosen for third. So anyway, Tiger was 9-0 when he led in the final round of a major. So it looked like Tiger was going to easily crush it. And he did. He pulled away from Colin Montgomery, winning by 5 strokes. Olazabal had a terrible 74 on day 4. In fact, Tiger was the only guy in the final 7 pairs to shoot under par. The low rounds of the day were Fred Couples and Duffy Waldorf putting up 68. Couples' 68 put him in a tie for third with Olazabal, winning 242,000 British pounds, as in the British currency. Montgomery won 430,000 and Tiger won 720,000. Saltman would actually win the medal, the amateur medal, as top amateur at British Open, so he got a medal too. Saltman did. Tiger was pretty good and all that. Olazabal was at 11 under par and only 2 strokes back. But unfortunately for him, he went bogey, bogey, par, bogey, par, bogey, birdie. So he fell flat. Fred Couples had some great moments too. But anyway, yeah. Tiger with the win. He actually was only 1 stroke ahead of Montgomery headed to after 10. But Tiger roared on. And I completely thought this was the British Open in which Tiger won the championship after his dad passed. But this was 2006. But it doesn't matter. I mean, after all, Tiger did win the 2005 British Open. His 10th title, 10th major, 2nd time he hit the Grand Slam, and Jack Nicklaus retired from professional golf at the British Open. So, it can't all be bad. But yeah, Tiger uppercut. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond, adieu.